Hey everybody, it is Candace Spears. Welcome to Ambition, Honey, and Hustle. So today I want to talk a little bit about what you have to offer, oftentimes being for you or somebody like you. So let's talk a little bit about that when we come back from the theme song. So the big question is this: how do we ambitious professionals avoid the slow-moving career, take control of our time, and get paid for two things? Doing what excites us and making an impact bigger than anyone ever thought was possible. That is the question, and this podcast has the answers. My name is Candace Spears, and welcome to Ambition, Honey, and Hustle. This morning at about 7:30 a.m., I was sitting in my chair in my room and finishing up some stuff on my laptop, and I was listening to Derek talk a little bit about some new products that he had going on. And Derek is my husband, and he is an artist, he's an entrepreneur, he is an author, he is a filmmaker, he does a whole lot, just amazingly talented. But I'm listening to him talk about some of the new products that he was thinking about, and I was trying to help him think through his whole offer, how he was going to put some of these products together and think about it before he actually put something out there. Now, the problem was, though, I couldn't get a good grasp on the right audience for what he was thinking about. I mean, as he's talking and I'm listening, and literally every few seconds, a new audience popped into my head. So at one point, there were at least 4 different audiences, and my brain couldn't reconcile it at all. I couldn't figure out how to have this offering provide the same amount of value and the same amount of interest across all these different audiences. I couldn't figure out what was going on there. So, with all the audiences, I couldn't really help him, and I couldn't find an angle and a message for a specific group that would work. So as I started to listen to him more, I was looking at his eyes and his lips kept moving, but I was staring at his eyes. And then finally the question just came off of my lips. So how do you describe yourself? And he looked at me kind of like, what? Like, what does that have to do with this conversation? So I asked him again, just tell me, how do you describe yourself? Who are you? What do you do? What motivates you? Just who are you? And the more he started to talk, I could hear all these audiences coming out. He was really targeting people that were like him. In this case, he was targeting people that were creatives or artists or entrepreneurs or writers, and that were this everything wrapped in one. It was the people that were eager to have their hands in all these different things, and the people who just love to create. Again, it doesn't matter if I'm writing something or, I'm behind camera or whatever. I love to create. So whatever I get my hands on. So I'm like, okay. So we're looking for people that are like him. So taking this into perspective, it became a lot easier to craft a message and a plan. And the ideas started to flow from there like crazy. So we started to do some brainstorming and had even come up with at least 2 solid marketing ideas that we could add to his plan that we could test out. And we had sort of an instant feedback plan right then, because there was something that I needed to do for him before we had left the house that day. And so we had this sort of, how can we quickly test that this is real? So we were going to look closer at the people that had opted in and purchased recently some things from him, and to look at their characteristics. So we have these assumptions that we're looking for people who are like him. If we look at the people who have interacted so far that could potentially benefit from these products, what characteristics do we see? As we were going through this whole process, it really made me think about my whole ultimate impact statement. So a lot of you haven't heard all of this just yet, but from a behind the scenes perspective, I've been working on a lot of different products and services besides the Unshackle Your Impact program, which some of you may know about already. But the ultimate impact statement is really one that helps you hone in on who you ultimately want to impact with your offer, especially if you're an entrepreneur. So think of your offer as your products, your services, any combination of those, or your career choice in general, right? Who do you want to offer, regardless of if you're going to be an entrepreneur or you're going to be an employee, where you really want to focus in your energy and who you want to serve. So in this fulfilling career roadmap that I have in Repackage You Academy, which coming out very soon, so stay tuned. But it helps you do some exploration. There's some early stuff there that helps do some exploration on your ultimate impact and what you want to do. But what I learned just from the experience this morning is another way to figure out maybe who you're targeting or who you're serving can sometimes be looking in the mirror. And that could be powerful. It could be a powerful teller of who you really want to serve. So I would say to you, always take a look in the mirror and check out you too. See you later. Have a great day. If we're not already, let's get connected. I tend to hang out on Instagram, and you can follow me at Candace Spears. If you follow me, drop me a DM and let me know that you're listening on the podcast. I've got some really awesome goodies for you, and right now I've got the From Boredom to Career Fulfillment in 3-month video guide, so that might be of interest to you. Either way, I look forward to connecting with you very, very soon.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.